Hi, everyone. Welcome to our second episode of our Technology Enthusiast podcast. And this time, what we are going to talk about is how do we build our local community. And for that, I think the best persons or the best people from whom we can learn this is who have already done it is our SAP Yalsah team. So I have the core team members of SAP Yalsah team with us. So maybe, guys, can you please quickly introduce yourself one by one in any order which you feel like?
Great. Hi all. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Nabit, for inviting us. So we are the team who actually founded SAP Yalsah in Dubai. It's a local community we have found. And my name is Mithun. I was working for SAP until yesterday, and I will be joining a different company soon. So I can be the ex-SAP guy. When That's a quick intro about me. I worked for SAP for last 6 years and was part of SAP community since last 10 years. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Maybe then I'll take it from Mithun. Hi all. So again, thanks Nabis for inviting us for this little chat over here. So I am proudly one of the co-founders of this Yalsah meetup in UAE. Yeah. So my name is Srihari. I am working with Dubai Refreshment as an SAP consultant. So my SAP journey is so far it's been 10 years. So out of which 3 years, almost been 3 years, I'm in UAE. So actually, we are so glad to talk about how we started this community and stuff. But I will pass it to Mahesh and Punit so that they can introduce about themselves.
Hi Nabit, and thanks for having us, man, here. And yeah, myself Mahesh, and I have like 8 years of experience in SAP. Currently working for Ras Al Khaimah Electronic Government Authority, so it's like 1 hour away from Dubai. And yeah, basically I work in ABAP, UFI, OData, and having interest and experimenting with SAP cloud technologies like cloud platform or these things. So these are my actual interests, and yeah, that's it, man. And basically I'm a very active community member, and maybe I'm active from like 3 years, answering questions, writing blog posts, and yeah, that's how we both also know each other, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so that's it,
Yeah.
man.
Good.
I maybe Punit will take it.
Hello everyone. Yeah, and yeah, it's like everyone said, Navid, it's a great opportunity for us. In fact, it inspires us well to do better by providing this kind of opportunity or a platform for us. So first thing to say is, yeah, my name is Puneet, and overall, I have a 7 years of my experience, mostly in SAP technical discipline, and it's been, yeah, most of my experience are with SAP itself, which I have always liked to work in the technical discipline. And right now I'm working as SAP full stack developer, and I'm also an SAP cloud enthusiast. So with the cloud which is moving, yeah, we're moving towards. And yeah, and I could probably say that one of the co-founder of SAP also, like the Srihari mentioned. Uh, yep, that's it from my
Wow,
end.
wow,
Thank you,
well,
Navit.
and in fact, I just could not help and contain my smile because the common thing which connects us is our community, right? And
Yeah.
which is something I didn't know any of you, either you know earlier. Now all of a sudden we know each other. That's the beauty. Very good, very nice. So we have the co-founders with us, and before we actually start getting into what Yelcha is and how it came into and all that stuff, the decade is over, right? So maybe let's just quickly take a stop and think about that. What is one or two things which we think is we need to work on for the next till the next decade come? So maybe starting with let's start with Midun because Midun is ex SAP. So let's hear from Midun. What is next? What is his learnings or takeaway from the decade? But small and crisp one.
Okay. I actually worked on SAP's platform offering, just called SAP Cloud Platform. So SAP has a huge focus on the platform business now because that's where SAP's strategy is going forward to extend SAP's standard solutions like SuccessFactors, Ariba, or S4, etc. So there's a huge focus on SAP for platform, which is now called Business Technology Platform, BTP something. So
Yeah.
definitely, yeah, it is. The focus will be on that, and definitely it makes sense for everyone to understand what it is, because it is going to be a big thing in the future.
Nice. Maybe Shrihari.
Yeah,
What?
actually, this decade, we all were, so enthusiastic to attend because we even had a little session and chat in our previous Yalsah session about this decade. Our main agenda, our main idea was to discuss about what all are the sessions you guys must attend as part of
Yeah,
the session, which are the most awaited session. So if you notice, right after SAP released the agenda and option to book the slots for all these sessions, it was like a hot cake. Many of the sessions, including your session, was just like that pre-booked, so fast. So that itself proves what the interest of the people who wants to attend and where the market is in fact going, because the people know where the market is definitely going, right? So yeah, the primary focus definitely was in terms of technical discipline. It was cloud platform, obviously, and what's happening in ABAP and stuff. So I I hope in the next year decade, I think it will demystify further about all these landscapes and things. So now itself I am excited about the next decade.
Very good.
Can say now itself I can plan for that. Hopefully by that time this COVID fight we will be winning the war by that time, hopefully, and we can see everyone in face to face than
Yeah.
being electronic. That's what I hope.
Nice. Yes, that's what shall happen because meeting in actual
Yeah,
is altogether a different feeling. Yes, I agree.
exactly. Yes, yes.
Nice. So Mahesh, what about
Mm.
you, man?
Mine, actually, this decade for me, it's like mixed feelings. So initially, I was like, very excited about the decade. I planned everything, and then when the time comes, when the date came, right? So because of other, some other office responsibilities or something, so I was, not able to put much of my time in decade. So
Hmm.
that is one thing. So then I felt like, yeah, if it was decade where we actually meet, right? So
Yes.
we put all these responsibilities aside and we will come and we will do only concentrate on
Exactly.
decade.
Right.
So I felt like that is something missing, and that is one thing. Another thing is we know that some many of the sessions, I mean like 90% of the sessions will be available online. So this
Yes.
is one thing that made me lazy because I'm already a lazy person and this thing made me even more lazy. So all these things combined, so it was not a very great experience, but at least I followed you guys in Twitter, and also from there I was able to understand what is happening in TechEd, what are the most exciting things, right? So yeah, so that kept me at least be updated with the things. Maybe next what I have to do is I have to just go through all the sessions. That is the beauty of online
Yeah.
TechEd. So everything is online, so I can go there and I can watch what I have missed and what I have to cover.
Fair
So
enough.
hopefully next year it will be like Srihari said, it will be in person thing. So
Man. I
yeah,
actually we met last time. Me and Mahesh were together in
yeah,
Bangalore. We had and it was awesome. And hopefully
yes,
next
yes,
time we'll meet all. Let's pray.
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah.
hopefully.
So Puneet, what about you, man?
Yeah, actually, this ticket thing, I never was present in any of the ticket live. So, but mostly in 2018, the last year, the ticket was given in OpenSAP, which I liked it a lot. The way that they given it to OpenSAP, because a lot of people would not be able to attend because of many constraints from the organizations or obtaining a ticket or getting a date. So the way they gave these sessions in OpenSAP for all the people out there for community to know about the sessions and to go through the sessions was so good. So at the same time, so when Mahesh also had been to the TechEd last year, so he just came back and he shared his experiences that he met DJ or he met the Max or he met you or he met Whiteley. So like he said that I met all of these people, this actually motivated my the learning and to stay alive in community. Then that feeling started for me. Okay, next year there is a good amount of chance for me to also join TechEd and to meet these people. However, this didn't happen, which we never forecasted as well at that time. But at the same time, this whenever they announced it as an open ticket for everyone as a platform, I was in fact was very much interested and excited as well. At the same time, what I liked more about this ticket is the way they presented. The way the kind of the environment they created to present this ticket, right? I loved it a lot. That I initially felt it will be one kind of a session where someone will give and go. No, it didn't happen. It kept so lively. The interactions and the meanwhile the interaction between the Camel or Max, these things kept so lively, and I like the discussions with so much of talks and the way they presented this ticket. That was super good. And the most session which I liked is our developer keynote, which they connected, the DJ or even the Rich, who they connected the dots between Go or even Cap Rap. That was simply superb. So which I also want to go. I want to take another session to understand it much more better, because there are so many things out of my head. But seriously, that is my favorite session. But overall, what I liked is about the way they kept this ticket so lively, and the way they presented for community people is amazing. So this is what I personally felt with our ticket.
Yeah,
It was
apart
like a
from
TV show, right? It's all very exciting, and we do that night out and watch every show, right? I think we get that kind of vibes.
yeah, man. In fact, for me, I think apart from all the praise, one thing which I found common between the actual TechEd and this virtual TechEd was like hands-on session were all full. There, even Bangalore also it was all full. Here also it was all full. I remember we were in Bangalore, I think Mesh, I don't know. I think we attended only one hands-on SAP, this hands-on
Yeah.
sessions workshop, because otherwise there is too much to learn from the community. But I think overall, given the kind of experience, if you compare it to the Sapphire, but the TechEd experience or the UI5 Con experience was way higher, way better. And
Yep.
I will not forget, and I'll also mention about our own SAP online track event, which we did for 24 hours. That was also like, an awesome and great experience. It's all coming from the community. And good thing was, SAP community was super active in this SAP TechEd. So it might inspire many of the people in our community that sky is the limit. You just be active in the community, and God knows you will be talking to the city or whoever it is, right?
Yeah.
So I think good,
True.
yeah. So nice. So maybe in the interest of the time of everyone, I think let me straight away jump to the focus or the agenda of this podcast or videocast which we had was to talk about Yalsah, right? So first of all, who was the first? It's not about the co-founder. Who was the first one who bought this idea? That let's meet, or maybe two people. There must be two people, right? Who would have started?
Maybe I think it came to me from Mahesh. So I
Right?
think
Yes, what
Mahesh can
about you?
backtrack it.
So
Mahesh will not say
Yeah,
anything.
I also
actually,
vaguely
even I
remember.
also say it came from Mahesh after the ticket. After he came from ticket, he
Hmm.
came up to me saying that there are a lot of people doing this TAM dish and all, and I got a very good presentation from Sveya. So we need to present this out. We have to see these presentations, and we have to work out some community in this region. At
Okay.
that time, I think at that time me and Mahesh were close, and he told about this to me. Then I said that we need that kind of people here, and what I said is, I know some people who are quite good in community, and I told about Srihari and Midun Dem. So like he himself have found them in LinkedIn. I think he himself have sent a message for these two, which I was never knowing it, and then he said that he already had a communication with them. And then I think, yeah, then I think Mahesh could say about all this. In fact, Midun also
Actually,
can say
yeah,
Shriyari.
he's like when
It
we
was
both met like 3 years back, right? 3 years back. At that time, Punit and we met in one company. So there we were. Punit was sharing his TechEd experience. He was saying, "I met some people. We had this TechEd, all this thing. I never know TechEd. What is TechEd also? I don't even know
That's
what
inside
SAP
track.
community is. To be frank, yeah, inside
Yeah.
track. Sorry. inside track. So Puneet was talking about inside track about people he has met like Midun, Srihari. He was just talking about all these things. So we were actually thinking we should do something like that. I don't know whether Puneet remembered it, but we were just discussing at the time and he forgot. And then like 1 year back, right, 1.5 year back, at that time again we thought again we should do this. And we already know Midun is like famous community guy and Srihari is also famous community guy. So we thought they both are there in UAE and they both already were doing these activities in India. And so that's why we contacted them. And they were also super positive and they only suggested many ideas how to do this, how to run this, all these things. Many ideas came from those guys because they already have this experience.
Yeah.
So
These guys
so
are
we
the
ended up
champions,
doing
like whom people look up to because they have done so much good work in the community, and I think you have got the right idea along with the right support, kind of support which you need. Very good. So I
Yes.
think
Yeah.
you four guys, in fact, are the co-founder. Yeah, Midun.
Yeah. So it was actually the idea of Mahesh. I remember Mahesh sending me a message on LinkedIn or
LinkedIn
community.
only.
Yeah, it's LinkedIn. So while going to office, I called him. Then that's the first time I spoke to him, and that's when we discussed. While I was driving, I was discussing about these things, and then we decided, okay, let's start something. And that's when we started it. And our first meeting was somewhere end of last year. It's been more than a year when we started it. And our first meeting's picture is what is shown in the background of Mahesh's
Yeah.
video. So that's how we have met. Then we have looked at different formats of how different community events are being happening. We have inside tracks, we have Techcade, we have lot of different events happening. But we wanted to make it very casual. So we have a similar kind of setups in Germany. I think it's called SAP Stamish or something,
Samtish,
where we wanted to make it more casual because people want to talk about everything. It's not just about technology, right? It's not just about learning something. It's about connection between people. Also meet like-minded people. For example, if I want to start something my own, definitely I can pick Srihari or Mahesh, right? Because I have connected with them and we are like-minded people, right? So
yes.
that's the kind of mentality we had. That's the kind of community we have to create, and it has to be different from the technical part or the too casual part as well. Okay, so that's when we came together and we started. But still, when we started, then we thought about the name. Then we came up with this Yalsah name, and Yalsah is something in Arabic which is called casual meetup. So that's why we came up with the name, and we started this community here in Dubai,
So
and which is a huge success.
yeah. I think you are the guys because of which everyone knows what Yalsha is, right? Otherwise, if you ask me what Yalsha is, I will not know, right? Now I know, but still, I think why did you choose rather than going ahead with SAP Stamtish, right? Because that's what normally is the name which we have for casual meeting. I think it's in Europe, but is it like you wanted to attract the local community? That's why some Arabic name came up.
We wanted to make it our own baby.
Okay, 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 okay.
If we have went with Stamish, everyone will think, okay, it's a Stamish,
Yeah,
but it is different from Stamish. Very
yeah,
different from Stamish.
yeah. It's a difference.
Casual learning, connecting with people, and helping each other.
Okay,
So
makes
that's
sense.
very
Makes
our
sense.
own.
Yeah, there's the same thing which we had because I remember when we were thinking about SAP online track, me, Ronnie, and Jacob, and the whole team, Srikant. The first thing was SAP Inside Track is already there, right? And we were
Right.
like, no, it is not Inside Track, it is something different. And sadly, or luckily or unluckily, COVID came and then this online track all of a sudden became a big hit. And we also had the similar vibe, like we wanted to keep it as our own baby. So that's why if you still go ahead with SAP online track, we'll have our own guidelines, which are, of course, we are very open like a community. I think Yalsha is like very nice. So that's how I think it started with, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys are there, right? There is a first meetup of 5 guys, right? So,
Yeah.
so where are we right now? How many? I think last I remember was around 30, 40 guys were there in the
Around
call.
30, yeah, nearing 40. We had around 38 people joined in the last meetup.
And how these all are from UAE, Dubai, or which place normally? What kind of people we have?
Yeah, actually, that's a story, in fact, to say, because when we started this Yalsah, we never wanted to do it online. We thought, okay, we are focusing consultants from UAE itself, because here traveling is no big deal. Anyone can come from any emirate, so we can plan a location and we can gather there. Strictly not online, definitely.
Okay.
So later, when we started, yeah, as you see in the photo, there were like 5 guys. We were there.
Yeah.
Then we started further sessions. Then it became 8, 10, 15, like that. It increased. So it was actually taking a pitch. It was going smoothly, nicely. We had beautiful sessions, of course. Right after this COVID, we had no other options other than to make it online, right? So we moved online, completely online. So we conducted Zoom meetings, and of course we were getting great support from the community, of course, to conduct sessions, and they were so involving into that. Uh, when we moved online, people from other geography also started joining. People from other countries, many people joined from India, UAE, and other Middle East countries, of course. And it grew. Now it's like it's not anymore locally also. It's actually you can say it's a
Asia,
global one now. No,
Asia Pacific, like APAC,
yeah,
right?
you can say yeah. Of course, it's Asia Pacific now.
Yeah,
People from many places are joining. So that's
Very,
how
you
it's
know,
moving now.
very
yeah,
nice.
it actually, this SAP TechEd as well, right? Earlier we had SAP TechEd Barca or Bangalore and all. Now with being SAP TechEd online, there is no requirement of Barca or Bangalore or whatever.
Of course,
It's just one SAP TechEd makes everything.
true.
Agree. Agree.
Yeah.
So now it's like, you know, I think so. What is the first benefit which you think is out of these coming out of normally? Okay, before that, normally how long is this Yalsha meetup is like? For how long you do it? It's like how many hours? 1 hour, 2 hour, 5 hours, or how much?
So it is for 2 or 2.5 hours.
Okay.
What we wanted to do is that when people are joining, there should be something to take away. It's not just that they are coming, having some drinks or eating something, chatting and going back. So we
Very nice.
wanted to make it a bit of takeaway for them. That's why we came up with a couple of sessions, just 2 sessions. It could be a 30-minute session or 45-minute session, where they are learning something new. And then after that session, what we are doing is a casual meetup. So
Ah,
we will stay together. We will talk about anything. Sometimes we talk about jobs as well. There will be HRs coming in and saying, "Oh, we have some opportunity. Are you interested?"
wow. Wow. This is
all
nice.
these all these different things happen.
This is nice. This is one of the, in fact, when we started in Chandigarh, the first Insight track, I didn't know that we have so many companies which are doing work in SAP, and then all of a sudden you know them, and then this network grows
Yeah.
and grows, and then with God grace things become better. I think okay, and so okay, so this is like a one important thing is it is not just about having fun or drinking. It's about not the setup. It's what you have some takeaway, key takeaway, which is a very important one. Very nice. Okay, and so okay, so let me ask then maybe Mahesh that give me one benefit of this last 1 year of doing this Ilja. What benefit has it brought to you specifically? Maybe then I will ask others also. One benefit doesn't matter whether it is commercial, what do we say, monetary or non-monetary or whatever. It must have bought some benefit, whether in terms
Of
of
course, it is
knowledge.
free.
Or, so what is it
Uh,
for you, man?
I mean, when you're talking about monetary, this is completely free, right? So it's a
Very
community
good.
event, so there is nothing monetary about it.
No,
But
no
for
benefit.
me,
What benefit have it given to
yeah,
you? Is it like
I feel like one of the biggest benefit is my communication skill, interacting with people, because I'm very, very bad at it. So even the way I speak or public speaking, these things are very, very poor.
no?
So I
Very
feel
good,
like
man.
this is actually because I'm speaking with many people online. I'm interacting with many people online and all, giving some sessions which I never used to do. Maybe I used to do it in my office with known people, but doing in front of unknown people, interacting with them, is I think part of public speaking experience. So which
Yes.
I felt like I got it, and I'm feeling a bit comfortable. I can't become an expert in 1 year, right? So maybe in couple of years I can become even better at it. So, but yeah, this is one of my biggest takeaway.
Very nice. So, well, this is nice. This is like we have Toastmaster clubs, right? Where
Yeah.
people work on their speaking, this communication skills and all. Very nice. And what about you, Srihari?
For me, the first thing I should point out is I moved to
Only
UAE
one.
around
No,
two
no,
and a
sorry.
half years.
Only one you have to talk about.
Only one. Then I'll probably place this. When I moved to UAE around 2.5 years back, I knew maybe 4 or 5 guys who are here. Okay, in SAP community, maybe Midun, Puneet. I did not know Mahesh at that time immediately, so I can say maybe 5 guys. Now at least I know 30 guys
Wow.
in
Beautiful.
UAE, right? So if I'm
Network.
stuck somewhere, I can simply make a WhatsApp chat to that person and I can get to know. Uh,
Very good.
this happens. That is one of the best things I had from this Yalsa.
Yeah,
I know
networking.
I get to know people. Networking is it's awesome. It's simply awesome.
Very good. So maybe Puneet, what about you, man?
Yeah, actually, you're asking for one, but
Yeah, I know there are many,
somehow,
but you know,
yeah, somehow not stopping. There could be many, but I want to note down note 2 points. So one is about the public speaking and confidence.
hmm,
So if you ask me what is this public speaking and confidence, like SAP Yalsah is basically is giving basically a platform for the people who are actually learning. Assume a case that I'm learning on something which I want to showcase for others. Maybe it's not something very like an official platform where I have to be very much official, very much proper, and very much formal. No, it's very much informal. So even though if you are having bits and pieces of knowledge, yeah, you can collate it, you can come and you can present, and you can get organized by discussing with the people. So because of that, even though this is actually a not so official platform, uh, it's giving me a platform where I can try to speak and get more confidence so that I can address much more bigger communities in a day tomorrow. So this
yes,
is one of the aspect I find that I can utilize this opportunity for my self confidence and for my self growth. And second thing is about which I don't want to miss to say that it's about think different. So what is this think different is like what Midun said, we have 2 sessions and after that we have a casual discussions. Sometimes people are asking few questions, yeah, people are connected here, right? So people will ask, okay, this is the requirements that we had in our organization. Some people might say some other approach. When he was saying, I might be thinking in some approach, okay, this could be a solution. Meanwhile, some other said, I have taken this solution. At that time, I still think, yeah, there are some ways. If we think different, yeah, the possibilities are from multiple diversions. So, to widen up our thought process in multiple angles with multiple technologies. So this is also one of the aspect I felt that it added in my personal learning and growth with this Yalsa.
very nice. Although you said
Excellent.
two, you mentioned two, which is okay, but I think both are important. Vidul, what about you?
For me, I think it's leadership,
Yeah,
because without a without a leadership quality, we cannot form such team.
yes.
It's not easy to bring people together, make them stay in the community, make them present in the community, forming an agenda. Everything is not easily possible, right? So while I'm doing all these things by bringing people, bringing right people to the, so we have a executive community, executive committee
Hmm.
to for Yalsa. So we have formed this one. We have a WhatsApp casual group. Yalsa. We have a formal group for Yalsa. We have a proper agenda to be followed. We have some
Wow.
rules to be followed. We have some, all these things are there, right? Also, people come sometimes, leave sometimes. So we have to make sure people are joining, has to join the next meeting as well. So for me, it's all about leadership. So we should have some. I have definitely improved my leadership skill while forming Yalsa, while talking to people, maintaining the agenda and rules and regulations and everything. So it's all about leadership.
Yeah, it's so nice. So no, I think, uh, yeah, it's always. I think if you ask me, for me, I think it also brings me a sense of satisfaction. So that cannot translate into something else. That money cannot
True.
give me that. Yeah, knowledge can give me the satisfaction, which is nothing but these. I think I really like the one or 2 points as Puneet mentions. I think, yeah, it teaches you something or the other. Very nice. So we talked about who started it, or it's you guys started it, how you do it, is these are how much time, what are the key learnings. But now, because there is a level which you have already set in 2020 or 2019, right? So 2021. So how do you want to take it now to the next level? Uh, because as the industry keeps growing, so does this our Yalsha shall grow, right? So what are the plans for 2021 maybe? So you can speak more than 10 points as Puneet mentioned. But Srihari, you can talk about anything. So maybe Srihari, you start. Maybe what do you think?
Yeah. I will start it. So as I already mentioned, when we planned this Yalsa, we wanted it to be completely in-person meeting, not online. We wanted it completely offline. So the reason we be online that because of this COVID war. So maybe next year, hopefully after this COVID situation, we will again go back to our regular style of meeting, and definitely we will attract more participants and more technical and more. Now we are actually missing a functional aspect of people. In fact, it's more of a technical thing because it's very easy to get people, easy to talk, because technology is definitely advancing, where functional part of a discipline is like a little what to
Yeah.
say, it's solid, it doesn't change much, right? So we actually wanted to focus a little more on that side as well, because people participants already started asking for that. So yeah, it's actually evolving itself, I can say. Also
Okay.
just it's a matter of starting it, so it's getting evolved itself.
Okay. Nice. Nice. So what about you, Midun?
For me, so what we have discussed or continue to discuss is we're trying different things. So in last meeting, what we did was a kind of a round table. That's where you were part of discussion. And it was the first time we did a round table in Yalsah.
Okay.
Yalsah is a platform where we wanted to try everything possible and check what works. And Yalsah is a platform which is a uh, not a big risky platform, right? Or you're
Yeah.
not taking a risk by canceling a meeting. Nothing happens,
Yeah.
right? It's a
True.
risk platform where you can try different things and you can learn something. And one more thing is that we want to make it uh, more for the customers as well in the future. That is something we have discussed in last week. Because
Nice.
it doesn't mean that customers are not participating Yalsah meetups. Definitely, there are consultants coming from customers who are presenting, who are joining our meetups. But we want to little more focus on the customers, invite customers to the Yalsah and present their what they are doing with SAP products there, which will give more visibility for Yalsah in the future, even from SAP or the SAP partners.
Yeah, and in fact, God knows what opportunity it will bring, because I think we have never thought about customers bringing to the table. Although there are consultants which come, but specifically for customer also being one of the focus area is nice. Nice, that's good. So Mahesh, what about you?
For me, one thing, that as this is a casual discussion, still many people feel, shy.
Yeah,
They don't want to, even though they have knowledge, they don't want to present, or they are afraid to present. So
yeah,
one thing we have to plan something. We are already planning, like, with this roundtable, right? People asking questions. It's
yeah,
becoming more interactive. So now maybe next step we need to invite more people, because this is a casual discussion. Anyone can come, anyone can speak and all. So we make sure more people, right, who are new or who are having very good experience, they should present, by feeling that this is just a casual discussion among friends. It's nothing, you are not presenting any some official thing or SAP thing. It's just a casual thing. Present something, whatever you have knowledge, share. Don't feel camera shy.
yeah.
So this is something we need to bring out from people.
Yeah, and they are the next level, the person who will lead from you to the next level to the next level. And I think we need to empathize with them, we need to understand them, because we were also shy, and I'm also very shy still. It's just that I'm here, it's fine. But if you would have seen me last year interviewing in front of the camera, I think I took, I don't know, 7, 8, how many retakes for the 3, 4 sentences. So it's okay. I think that's very valid point, is to bring the next level. So this change will keep on increasing and increasing, and each and everyone is benefiting. There is no selfishness. Very nice. So
That's a great point, Mahesh, I still remember my first presentation to a large audience. It was in SAP Inside Track in Chennai.
Okay.
So I was just 2 years into my career after finishing my college, and I got
Wow.
invitation from someone from SAP Inside Track in Chennai to present about mobile. And it was first time I'm presenting something. So I have to prepare the slides, etc. Then have to talk about it. I was not good with my English and stuff that year, those past years. And when I went there, it was a huge auditorium with a big stage. I have to stand on the stage with mics.
Wow.
So, and a large audience. I was thinking like it's going to be in a small room with 15 people there. So that was the kind of experience I had, and everyone has to yeah try, and then we have to realize that we can do it. So
Yeah,
yes,
all
you
you
have
need to do is take the first steps because I remember holding mic in my hand, and the problem was I can hear my own voice, which was like it irritates you, right? I can somewhat relate to it. I remember I went to my college for hiring. I was into Accenture. I was with Accenture, and in the first year they wanted somebody from the same college to go and speak good things about my experience. And I cannot introduce myself on that stage where that college. Can you imagine? I was shaking. So I just yeah, but gradually, if you just think about this, yeah, this is what I read about where I read this in one of the book. They're all people. They are all people. They are just like you, whether they are CEOs, CTOs, EFOs, whatever. They're all people, man. So I think, yeah, good, yeah, good. So
Yeah.
nice. So
Yeah.
Puneet, I think we haven't asked Puneet. Puneet, what about you, man? So you are is it is it an
Yeah.
actual car or is it like a SAP Tech Unreal Engine creating that car?
No, yeah, it's yeah, what I'm like what Mahesh said, right? So we might like how we had last time. We invited you guys from SAP Community. It was you, um, yeah, you or even Gaurav or Vijay.
Yeah.
So like we invited you guys. So we might need much more people from SAP Community. I mean, to have more discussions on the new areas, which I could feel that the right now, the environment that we discuss is maybe limited for a reason, but now we bring in people from community who have an abundant knowledge, who have explored or who has diversified themselves in multiple other areas, who could share their experiences. So this is one of the aspect I feel I mean, with the people of Midun Shriyari or Mahesh who are actually very much active in community, right? Maybe they'll also be very much helpful. I mean, in getting the people. This is one of the aspect which I also personally believe in this. But the second aspect which I always thought of is about now what we are basically doing is to have these two sessions and then to have a discussion, right? But to keep it more lively, that instead of having two sessions, why don't we have something like a code jam, like how an SAP code jam does? Let's do a live coding there by showcasing them the end-to-end scenarios. Let's say like we have a wrap. Let's take one. Let's instead of explaining them what is wrap, let's take an example and let's do a complete coding itself. I mean, this is just for the for the developers. Okay, this is your day, so now let's start from from the zero step, which is from the scratch. Okay, this is what our live or the final thing is. We need to have this kind of this is one of the idea which I think.
And that's nice. I think definitely doing some live coding will be like a wow moment for in fact, for the developer. And in fact, I also like this. There is always a scope for functional knowledge, for basis, for PI, because right now I see that when we also organize, it is going more technical. So somewhat we are also, leaving out a very major part of the ecosystem. So I think, yeah, I think that's also live coding is also a great example. And you can definitely get the right people, DJ Max, these all will be always willing to help and come to the Yalsha and show you the crazy terminal and all that stuff. So I think, yeah, it's a great thing. Good,
Yeah,
yeah.
because some of the people will be more interested to see live rather than hearing at a session. So, for those people to make it lively, we just thought of it, but we need to have it on a workaround plan or something in the coming
What
in
you
our
can
coming
do
life.
is, for example, if let's say I'm an ABAPer and I don't understand much. So, for example, the first Yalsha will have a overview of what RAP is or what CDS is. And then in next one, you can have it as a code. If you will start directly coding in front, na, then I think it'll be too much overwhelming for the people to understand also, because sometimes they need to understand that high level picture also, that from where we are coming. But I think
Hmm.
you guys know the
Yeah.
best because you have already done it for the last 1.5 year, what will work for you and what will not. In fact, our journey is also going to start next Saturday, I think, and let's see how it goes for us. Although we did lot
Yeah.
of stamp dish and inside track, but I did not do it on a recurring basis. But I think this will actually helps in creating a very close knitted community. Like I saw in your when I joined last time, it was like you were like you almost knew everyone who was there on the call. So which is like very nice.
Yes.
Good, yeah. I think it's we had a very nice, uh, awesome. I think I am overwhelmed with how you guys have done it, and I hope I will do some justice to it. Any last closing comments? Maybe let's have from Mithun. Mithun, any comments from your side?
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be part of your podcast. Thanks for inviting us. Thanks for also supporting us by being part of our round table in our last Yalsa. We are looking forward to have you in our future Yalsa meetups as well. And
Anytime, man.
definitely, when things are back to normal after this COVID times, etc., you are welcome to Dubai. So we are happy to take you around Dubai as well. Also, we'll
Yeah.
enjoy the Yalsa groups.
Very good. And you are most welcome to, each and every one of you is most welcome to come and visit us in Chandigarh, at least because Chandigarh is the place to be, I'll say. Great, man. So, and what about you, Shrevi? Anything, any last closing comments from you?
Yeah. Yeah. First of all, we are so thankful
Yeah,
that we
you don't
could
have to be
speak to you
thankful. We
and.
are just casually talking, brother. We are all,
Yeah,
you know,
definitely. So I don't even want to drag it that way. So just like Mithun said,
yeah.
so it's our pleasure actually, to discuss about the Sialsa and spread the word, of course.
Yeah, anything which I missed to ask you, be honest. I am okay with it.
No, I
Any
nothing.
crazy?
It's actually you could cover it. In fact, you covered the entire possible questions, so that
Okay,
we discuss almost everything, I guess.
very nice. Good. Mr. Mahesh Kumar,
Yeah,
the Q&A guy. You
Reddy,
should change your name to Q&A.
Mahesh, Mahesh Reddy.
so like, again, thanks, man. Like everyone said, it's our pleasure, and it's very nice interacting with you and talking about Elsa, and we were also talking about when we met all these things, right? Memories and all. So it's actually nice to
Yeah.
again revamp, re I don't know the
Revisit
word.
those memories.
Yeah,
Stop,
revisit
think, and look
memories.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it is nice actually, and what you are also doing, right? I mean, recognizing people. So I think this is one of your major
Yeah, I
motive,
was.
right?
Yeah,
Doing us.
because unsung heroes. We have so many unsung heroes, so many
Mm.
who have so much knowledge. Like you said, you want to bring them to Yalcha and speak. The same
Yeah.
is something which I'm also we are trying to do here with this part of the community. Good.
Yes, that is very nice idea, man. Like many people needs that recognition, or else they will also become lazy. I mean, what is the point of helping community if
Yeah,
they are not also getting anything? They will also get like bored after 1 or 2 years.
yeah,
How
yeah.
much time they can always give and not getting anything from SAP community. I mean, earlier there was at least member of the month who used to
Yes.
be very active in community, and now they removed that also. So it's
Yeah,
good that you are doing recognizing Vijay, all these
Yeah,
people
this is
who are
what actually
not
triggered
getting
it, man. I was like very happy with member of the month because each time you get to know somebody who you don't know, in fact. So I think yes, let's see how it goes because but I think I had the last 45. I don't know how much time it is, but I enjoyed it. Maybe Puneet, anything from your side, man? Have you reached
Yeah,
your
that's
place
it.
or just you're still traveling, man?
No, no, we just pulled it over somewhere. I mean, just for
Ah,
a short, yeah, just for to end up to wind up the call so that I do not know if I get a network or not after this because it's all look mountain. So I just asked him to pull over here.
Uh,
Yeah, the final comments are just this. We are actually doing our best, but yeah, we try to put more best. So in our Yalsa community or for the SAP community as well. So with the inspiration, with the motivation that we are getting from the community people, so yeah, with this, yes, we are doing good, and we try to do good, and we do as best that we can in order to grow community.
Very nice. So just to conclude, I didn't
Yeah.
know Mahesh. I knew Mahesh last year. From Mahesh, I came to know Puneet. From Puneet, I came to know Srihari. Then Midhun, I knew over the Twitter and stuff. But now, finally, with God grace, I get to meet and talk virtually. So I think it's my pleasure, guys. Thank you. Thanks for sparing your time, and all the best.